And they start to rub off on me because when they performed, they kind of left you in awe because they did it energy. It's like back in those days when people performed, they actually took time out to come up with routines.
Right.
You know, and as the time pressed on, I started dabbling around with the keys a little bit. I'm not Liberace or nothing, but I can dabble with some chords, and the technical music is pretty much the electronic type of stuff. And because going through what I had went through in that time period when I started getting into music, depression, stuff like that, I used to put it out. And then I started hanging with Xavier Patton. He's the one who let me come into his studio when he had, his thing going on. He influenced me some on letting me learn more about quantizing and things of that nature. So, I have to give him a good shout out, because if it wasn't for that, him letting me actually touch on some of the equipment, learning how to maneuver through making tracked out music, is like, I probably wouldn't even have gone as far as I have.
Yeah.
I've met a few people, but I think what I'm doing now, I appreciate it a lot more.
And there's always that one person that gives you an opportunity to get your start. And so now, with your words over the airwaves, you're probably influencing someone else to want to do the same. So that's a good thing. And Bert, a lot of us know you, because you are part of a pretty famous group around these parts, Kush. And tell us about, how long have you been in that band?
In that band, I think we started that band in 05 or 06. Previously, I was in another band called the Reggae Mystics, and a lot of the people from that band are actually in Kush.
Okay.
So we with that band, one day I went to a poetry slam. Art and Soul put something on, and I read a simple poem. Afterwards, a young man approached me. His name is Emerson Yakatawa. He's a professor, used to be a professor at A&M. He's moved on now to somewhere, another location. And he said, "Hey, I want you to sing lead in my band." I'm like, "Well, I can't sing." And he's like, "Well, try." And one thing led to another, and I prayed about it really hard. And I asked the Lord, please let these people hear me sounding good, because I can't sing really. And then I tried it, and I kept trying, and eventually I was the lead singer of the Reggae Mystics. When that band came to an end, we started Kush, and it's been going ever since.
Yeah, what does Kush mean? What's the
a lot of people simply think it means some exotic plant, but actually we named the band for the ancient Kushite Empire, which is in present-day Ethiopia and Yemen, which is across the Red Sea. That's where the name Kush came from.
All right, so for those of you who are trying to equate that with marijuana, that's not where it's coming from, so cut it out. All right. So now we got to know the people that are involved with this project. We're going to listen to some of the music when we come back and talk about some of the songs, the project, how you can get it, where you can see them perform live. Coming up next inside the At Work Network on 94.1 WHRP.
Your best girlfriend on 94.1.